She was a concubine who became an emperor. Meet Wu Zetian, the only woman in China's 4,000-year history to rule in her own name. How did she do it? Entering the palace at just 14, Wu Zetian used her sharp intellect and political savvy to rise through the ranks. She outmaneuvered her rivals, becoming the favorite of Emperor Gaozong. As his health failed, she ruled alongside him, with the court calling them the two sages. But she wasn't content with being the power behind the throne. In 690 CE, she did the unthinkable. She deposed her own son, declared a new dynasty, and took the title of emperor. Her reign was a mix of brutal purges and brilliant reforms. She created a secret police to crush dissent but also lowered taxes, improved agriculture, and promoted officials based on merit, not birth. So, was she a ruthless tyrant or a visionary leader? Her legacy is still debated today. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Ever heard of an emperor who started as a low-level concubine and went on to rule one of the world's greatest empires? That's the story of Wu Zetian, the first and only woman to ever sit on China's dragon throne as its emperor. Her life was a real-life epic of power, ambition, and controversy. Was she a ruthless tyrant or a brilliant visionary? Let's find out. Born as Wu Zhao during the glittering Tang Dynasty, she wasn't destined for the throne. At just 14, she entered the imperial palace as a concubine to Emperor Tang. But unlike many others, Wu Zhao was smart, literate, and had a sharp political mind. After Taizong's death, she managed to catch the eye of his son, the new Emperor Gaozong. This is where her rise truly began. She quickly became Gaozong's favorite, outmaneuvering powerful rivals like Empress Wang and consort Zhao. Historical accounts, often written by her enemies, claim she used brutal tactics, but one thing is certain. She was a master of palace politics. Soon, she was crowned Empress Consort, and her influence began to skyrocket. When Emperor Gaozong's health failed, Wu Zetian stepped up. He suffered a stroke, and she began ruling alongside him. The court respected their dual authority so much that they were called the Two Sages. For years, she was the real power behind the throne, learning the ropes of governance and consolidating her network. She wasn't just an empress, she was effectively a co-ruler. After Gaozong's death, Wu Zetian didn't retreat. As Empress Dowager, she first ruled through her sons, but they were mere puppets. She found them inadequate, and in the year 690, she did the unthinkable. She deposed her own son, broke with centuries of tradition, and declared a new dynasty, the Zhou Dynasty, with herself as the emperor. It was a political earthquake. A woman had claimed the mandate of heaven. So, how did she rule? Surprisingly, her reign was a period of stability and progress. She lowered taxes on the poor, invested in agriculture, and championed merit over birthright by expanding the civil service exam system. This meant talented men from humble backgrounds could rise to power, breaking the old aristocratic monopoly. She was also a devout Buddhist and used the religion to legitimize her rule, claiming to be a reincarnation of a bodhisattva. She commissioned incredible works of art, like the giant statues at the Longmen Grottos, which you can still see today. She also promoted women's education and even appointed some women to minor government posts, a radical move for the time. But let's be real, you don't become the only female emperor in Chinese history by being nice. Wu Zetian was utterly ruthless when it came to holding on to power. She established a secret police force to sniff out and eliminate her enemies. Anyone who dared to challenge her, from Tang's loyalists to corrupt officials, faced harsh consequences. She used propaganda and rewrote historical texts to cement her authority, ensuring her narrative was the one that survived. She faced rebellions and palace plots but crushed them all with a mix of strategic brutality and political genius. As she grew older, illness began to weaken her grip on power. Court factions saw their chance, and in 705, a palace coup forced her to abdicate. The Tang Dynasty was restored, and she died shortly after. For centuries, traditional historians, mostly Confucian men, painted her as an evil, immoral monster who usurped power through cruelty and seduction. But modern historians see a more complex picture. They see a capable and reformist ruler who broke through an unbreakable patriarchal ceiling. She was both a visionary who strengthened China and an authoritarian who ruled with an iron fist. So what do you think? Was Wu Zetian a hero, a tyrant, or something in between? A woman so powerful, her legacy is still debated over 1,000 years later. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories from history.